A huge shout out to the overthinkers. An overthinker. He watches the show.
To the overthinkers, shout out my friend too.
Keep inspiring the next generation.
Shout out to the overthinkers. Tando Pela. Much love.
To my overthinkers, mamela ukuchopha ngeke kuphume buyakhula nizinja nikhokho yazini as overthink siya overachieve.
I'm stealing that. I've stolen that one. I've stolen it.
Welcome, everyone, to the Overthinking Football Show. My name is Joseph Bukwena. I am your host. I hope you guys are doing well. This show airs every Monday to Thursday at 8 p.m. and also Fridays at 12:30, which just so happens to be where my members, the overthinkers that contribute, get to control the show for the whole duration of the episode. If you want to watch any of the previous episodes, they are available on YouTube because for some reason I am banned. Now, let's get straight into what we're going to talk about today. Hey, we've got a long road that we've traveled with Hugo. You know, there was Sundowns drama, there was Kaizer Chiefs drama, there were games we lost and games we won, and games where, honestly, Bafana has done very well. And we're coming up on the one that we're all looking forward to. And it is Afcon that he got us into, man, after so many years of not having Afcon. So we're going to speak about him dropping the squad and talk a little bit about what changes we would make, how we feel about them, and how do we feel about their chances going into this. If there's one thing about Hugo Bruce is that he's been very, very divisive. Some people love him to death, will defend him until. And other people don't know how to feel about him. So we're going to speak a little bit about that and how we feel. Now, we do now know the last 23. We know the 23 men that are going to be heading over to Afcon to go play. And these are the names. You have Rodwin Williams, Veli Motwa, and Ricardo Goss as the goalkeepers. Nothing really surprising there, if we're being honest. There isn't nothing really surprising there. The defenders, Sidney Mobi, of course, his flight was booked ever since. We've got Grant Kekana, Terence Mashiko, Nkosi Natisbisi, Aubrey Mudiba, Sianda Tulu, Toby Mvala, Kuliso Mdau as the defenders. Then we've got our midfield, which is Tebogo Mokoena, Pepelos Tole, Jaden Adams makes it in. Tabang Munare also makes it in. Tapelo Masego and Tapelo Morena. Then up front, of course, we have Themba Zwane, Mihlali Mayambela, Zakhele Lipasa, Percy Tau, Oswin Apolis, and Evidence Mahopa. Look, I'm going to be honest with you guys. I don't know how to feel about this Bafana team. Like, I don't feel bad about them, but I also don't feel good. Like, you gotta shut something, and I can't explain what that something is. I just have a feeling that, you know, this could have been better. Now, of course, we know that Mutiba's out on injury, so that affects the forwards. We've got Lyle Foster, who's still going through his mental health situation over at Burnley. They let us know a while ago that he probably won't be coming to represent Bafana at Afcon, so we're missing out there. But this team, man, carry a shot. I can't put my finger on it, but it feels as though this is not the strongest we could field. But to give Hugo Bruce his credit and to give him his flowers for what he's done up to this point, many a time we felt that Bafana Haifani is not the same, is not all of that stuff, but he's gone out and won games. He's gone out and qualified us for things. You know, I believe we haven't lost a home game under Hugo Bruce as the Bafana. And while there were so many issues when you're speaking about this team and what we were in the past and all of that stuff, he's done well. So I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. If you go to the goalkeepers, you can't change anything. It's Williams, it's Motwa, it's Goss. It's always been those three. When you go to the defenders, maybe I would have loved to see an Ime Ocon come into this. get some youngsters to get some experience with AFCON. Not necessarily that they're going to play or start, but Imo Ocon is currently benching Usiana Kulu at Supersport. Maybe it's a good thing to bring him into this fold as the 18-year-old, so that when we look forward past AFCON, we've got some guys who've got a little bit of representation there from the youngsters. When we move into the midfield, my question is Umunare. Munare hasn't played for a while, and maybe you could have brought in other options into that midfield. You know, Abom Teto have been mentioned, Abom Mahman have been mentioned. There's been other names that maybe could play that role. No, Mkwena, a little bit better than a Minara who's been out for a while, but to his credit, he was a player that was playing under Bruce. So maybe Bruce chose to be a little bit comfortable bringing him in to there. And then up front, I have a little bit of an issue. My issue comes from, I believe Evidence Mahopa and Lepasa are one in the same. I think they're the same kind of striker. So it's one of those things where we know Mahopa has been playing, but he's been on and off, man. He hasn't been all that great in the striking role over at Pirates. And Lepasa, ever since losing form, he hasn't been in the team ever since, right? So maybe you bring in somebody that's a little bit different. I've seen Reyners mentioned. I've seen Kanyisa Mayo, current top goal scorer of the league, mentioned as somebody who could have come in. Konabo Mabasa, who also had a bit of a form change. In the middle as well, before I forget, you could have brought in Abonotata. There's a couple of names you can bring in there, but up front, I think I worry with that. And I don't know how many times we're going to see Themba Zwane playing that false nine situation there. Guys, please remember, tap the screen. We did 37K likes yesterday. Let's go for 40, guys. Just tap the screen. It means nothing. Just do this and you'll be fine. So that's what I feel about this team. Do I feel strongly about them? I think that if there's one thing that Bruce has done is that he's created a team that will fight. He's created a team that knows how to grind out results. So I believe that AFCON is a place where you grind out results. I think our group at AFCON is a little bit strong. And I'm a little bit worried about how we're going to get out of that group. Usually you have two front runners in every group. We have three teams that are very good, not necessarily amazing. And maybe we'll fight each other to the death to get through. But my goal for Bafana, I would love to see us in the semifinals. That is what my heart says. My head says quarterfinals is probably where we are going to stop. But before I let everybody in, I just want to say one thing, guys. Chiefs fans, it's okay, man. It's okay. But our players are not there. Hopefully, our players don't have training. They don't stop training. They carry on training throughout this time so that we know when they get back. I'm going to open up the lines now, guys. Let me see who's here. Please remember that you have to be following me on TikTok and join me now while I'm live on TikTok right now. There's a button at the bottom of the screen that says multi-guest. Click on that button, request. I get to see the queue, and then I'll let people in so that we can have a conversation about this. Let's try to do 2 panels tonight of people who can jump in. We have some of the most incredible conversations. So if you're here for the first time, welcome to the family. Tap on the screen, guys. Tap on the screen. Okay, let's see who's here so we can have our convo. And then I'm going to read some of these comments after I let people in. Okay, first panel up. Let's hear what's going on in the comments. Thank you, agent. We try, man. Koresa, welcome. KG says Ashley Dupreez. I probably wouldn't have brought in Ashley Dupreez, guys. He's also been out for a very long time. Bruce is killing our football, the football of South Africa. Why you called Mahopa and Lepasa instead of Reyners? Says Seda. I'm a Kaizer Chiefs big supporter, but we don't deserve to be there, says Donny Don. I agree, 100% Donny Don. Asikwa lapo, we shouldn't be there. Theo says as long as there is Morena, Lepasa and Mahopa, this team won't make it past the group stages, says Theo. Theo says top-notch setup. Thank you so much, my brother. I want Bafana to lose all the games, says Seda. Yana. Bati Makupa will start. Abuti Kuto says so. Ku says, I'm a Pirates fan. Makupa and Lepasa are giving us nothing at Pirates. How will they manage here? Wahib says, this is more of a squad where you'll find balance in the team. You need players with consistency. Malume Kuto just reminding everybody to tap the screen. It's good our players didn't get into this Bruce slaughterhouse. Rodney says, Blom. Kumo, welcome to the show, my brother. How are you?
Ay, ke sharp ke tla reng. Wena?
Ay, ke right, man, ke right. Tell me, how do you feel about this team?
Nna ke re a ke tlhaloganye hore Xulu o ya kae le pasa le ba re ke mang le mo corporate ke selo mang. Why ba sa against Bafana Banyane, man, something different. I want like this would have been a chance to create superstars. One tlhalohanya he ke rana monyane ke ra like bo Baratman bo Campbell I want even if Mavena was on form ne nka re yena. And also I've got a question I've been asking myself, we rahalanga Robla like we really and why he's never considered and he's
They've never liked him for Bafana.
Mara why we rahalang okay fa like yena we rahalanga yena a dlalang Kefe a dlalang Egypt
we can't see them.
And also we've got both solo chauke, we've got so many people go Europe go bona ba sko diwi re ba tse before we rahala eng wa bona so into input tlhalohanyeng because of like yeah it's a decent squad but everyone knows we're gonna play this squad go Afcon when teams prepare against us by this is like we're gonna play against hape more is Themba le Pacey ke ntwena ke our biggest threat ka gulu and the Themba le napala nowadays so ke mathata so so I get my bra I get happy mara hopefully because of Sundowns in a winning spirit e tla tshella ba bangwe wa bona yeah ke ntho re ona ka mokhomo re tla reng re pirate winning spirit a re tsa ke ba Thomas I have to be honest so Sundowns iredilo re ka bona yeah then that ke tla reng ke Bruce ka se motse seo la ke
Okay. I'm gonna come back. Let me bring it up. Bobo. Welcome to the show. How are you?
My brother, I'm good, and you?
Hi, right, man. Tell me, how do you see this Bafana team? What are your thoughts?
Aye. Let's not make sure, man, Uncle Happy, man.
Uhlushwa
Alex
yini?
serious,
Uhlushwa
Uncle Happy, man.
yini?
Ngihlushwa uTerence Mashiko lapha. Ngihlushwa uZakhele Lipasa no-Evidence Makgopa. Hayi bafethu, hayi, let's be honest. Let's be honest. Okay, phambili ne uMakgopa no
Oh, Bobo, are you still with me?
Aye. At least if we had Urenas, his own form for Stellenbosch, he needs to be there, and then we need Kanyiso Mayo, his own form. It's our top goal scorer, and his own form for Cape Town City. Terence Mashiko, bafethu, let's be honest, Majita, lo muntu akadlali naku-Sundowns, man. Akadlali. And then another thing, okay, Oprimidiva is there, alright. Like besidinga enye left back we needed Upatman, the young star for Cape Town Space. Bekumele abe laphayana nithobani lo mfana lo lo mncane naye I think ukhuma umentionile uCampbell, he needs to be there. Yeah, man, I mean, Uncle Happy Wafit. I don't think we'll go anywhere ngale squad this. I don't think it will be. Ubani Kodisang lo dlala Portugal. He needs to be there. He's on form for team yake. I think another thing for Terence Mashiho, we should have considered Ngezana there. Now he's on form kule team akuyo. Yeah, man. There are a lot of players who are in form for our teams wabo. But lava balana aish. Another thing Van Veek, Stellenbosch, now he's very good, he's doing well. He should have been considered there. Yeah, bon.
Okay.
My player money. Lodge, another thing, Vana, you can't see you Lodge, man. You can't see you are in Lodge.
Guys.
Lodge needs to be there,
Oh,
regardless of his
Lodge.
form. OT, regardless of his form, Lochimana is a quality player, star player, the player you can rely on when we need someone to rely to rescue us in deep minutes. In fact, Loch needs to be there. Imagine, okay, who died young again? Can you due to condition yake then but he is not fit to come. Yes, but imagine if front three yako you have Uzwane, you have Pesita, you have Lodge. Imagine Leo front three. Come on, Bafito.
Okay.
There was something very nice. Clean goals there. I'm a defender bengekaza phumule nokuphumula.
Hayi ngizobuya ithi ngifaka uThulani ngiyeza ngiyeza ngifuna ukubuza kalento but Thulani, welcome to the show. How are you?
I'm good, my man. How are you?
I'm good. Thulani, tell me, when you look at this team, what are your thoughts?
Bafo. Mina ngiqala nje ngokuthi ngumlandeli weChiefs ne. Yeah, ngifuna ukuthi mangikhuluma umuntu ahlalazi ukuthi ngumlandeli weChiefs. Okay, angiqala ku goalkeeping department ayi sharp ne. Ngize la ku defense. Yo, Terence Mashiho. He has been out for a long time. You understand? I don't think ukuthi bekumela bekhona. Siyanda Xulu. I don't think ukuthi usiyanda Xulu khona asinika yona. Body wise akekho sharp, even defender yabo. Benga consider mina uNgezana. Ngezana has been doing well for his team, and body wise, you understand African countries, ne? They have strength, they are big, you understand? Yeah. So I send a clue mina angiboni nje. Yabo benga consider maybe uNgezana. Okay, ngize ku midfield. Hayi midfield is sharp. Mara ngiyakhala kancane Thapelo Mrena. Dala ngekho. It's been a while, dala ngekho. Benga at least uBlomo with his experience overseas in Etena or otherwise Thapelo Maseko again. Aye. Akakafiki le standards leso ukuthi angadlala ku squad week in week out. Kunabanye abantu abane experience ungidlula yena. Yes yena uyadlala umfana kodwa ke for ufuna understand into one singabantu ba South Africa. This is not a league lasiya kuyo. Every game is a must win because it's a competition. You understand? Yeah. We are not there just to absorb the opponents to come to us and do whatever. And then ngizela ku front three, ku forwards. No. Asina's striker lapha. Because if you can see, Pesitao is always playing as a wing. You understand? He's always coming from deep. Themba Zwane again is a creator. Yes. Mihlali Mayambela is a midfielder again. So which means we have Lipasa and Mahopa. Because this boy for Polokwane City is not also a anchor striker, you know, understand? The number 9 striker. Yeah, it's like that. So bekumele kube ne big striker esingcono lephasa kadlala kuPirate. Yes, ugood umfana ekufinisheni, yabona, but bekumele kube ne striker akadlala kuPirate. Yabona. So iloko bafethu kodwa ke nanokuthi kokunye ke ucoach we national team, yes, Sundowns idlala kahle kakhulu. Is the only team in South Africa a consistent, yabo, but komunye umqondo kumele ukubheke ukuthi akumelanga ugruphe kakhulu abadlala eteamini eyi-1 because mangabuka le i-first line up yakhe le ezoba la it can happen ukuthi egamini kube nabadlali be-Sundowns abayi-7 or 8 do you understand yeah so that thing izokwenza abadlali kube ngathi badlala i-Sundowns like yabo they are not international yeah bazodlala ngathi badlala ku-Sundowns kumele ama-team maningi la maybe ayingaka-18 ama-team ala South Africa you choose
16.
players yeah you choose players one or two yes Sundowns dlala kahle kodwa awuyenzi team kube ngathi i-Sundowns nje sizoporeka nathi ukuyibheka lento mos yabo
Okay.
yes sizoporeka yeah sharp man
Ithi kufa Theo. Hey, ngizama ukungeza nabo Lodge wena uthini ngale team. Welcome my brother.
Let me greet you, Mr. OT. Greet everyone in the panel, much in the comment section, and everyone in the live. You know, abantu abazi ukuthi group ini hey amadatha azayaphela ngena ama message ngapha nangapha. Especially Bruce guys, we have been saying this a long time ago. You know, Bruce first of all ubulawa favoritism. And there are so many questions that I think if it was possible that we can question him, that I promise you wouldn't even be able to answer. The first question, you know, he said he wants players that are playing, he wants players that are consistent. Look at this squad. I can count for you 4 players. Tapelo Morena is not playing in his team. He's not a starter. Tabang Monar is not a starter. Zakeli Pasa, you don't even know who went Like it's so sad, my guy. You are watching all these things. And as I said in the group.
Maruza Kelele Pasa man. He project up Bruce man.
That's the funny part. That's the funny part. It's good for him to be a projecting Pirates. Last Fundabantabu had tried and tested. I'm going to Lupasa guys, no evidence, Mahopa, and think you're going to make any difference. Bafana. I asked a simple question. I'm not against having Tapelo Morena there, Mr. Uti. Take Tapelo Morena, put him Lapaguma defenders who keep Sydney Mobi, then I agree with you.
Mobi is another project.
Like I asked the question.
Bruce.
Akayeki favoritism akhetha ama-player based on their current performance or like him as Mr. OT. What is very important we're not going to be playing in abafana PSL lapho or Afcon CAF guys. We're going to be playing with guys that are playing abroad. You're going to be playing against a team like Senegal that has 90% of their team playing Europe, you understand? You're going to be playing against the Cote d'Ivoire that's going to be bringing players that are playing abroad. Like there are so many teams that I can count that are, it's not like lena kuyobangathi sidlala iCAF njenge-Sundowns nizosiphaphela nithi hey Sundowns. I said Sundowns need to be here a long time ago. Kudala ngisho lento le. Only now he's busy trying to change things. I can ask you a simple question. In the past 4 or 5 games, the Sundowns, Terence Mashiko was not there. Ufunanla. Why is he even in this line, in this selection? There are so many players that you can question, Mr. Uti. And it's sad, but it shows to you, Guti, this guy unekeu lo. Bakhetla lele unekeu reg.
Hey
Guys,
but it's fine. Let me read some of these comments here. Let's see. Let's trust the process. Says Beast Boy. The team is balanced. Says Sipo F. Sipo says Lodge, is this guy serious? Lodge is another ancestor. Sanel is super sport young player, and that 18-year-old of Cape Town Spurs, I guess, should be in this team. Won't even make it to the next round. What a waste of time. But Nalanini, they're going to be playing next year. I believe the first game of Bafana in Afcon is going to be the 15th of January. But there's going to be AMA-friendly games before that. So I think they're going to get some action from now until E15. But the main game, Ngale, is going to be on the 15th of Jan. Spain did that in Germany. I'm assuming this is having players from one team. Peggy Zondi says, is this the final squad? Yes, Peggy, it is the Pego. It is the final squad. Don't worry, Bruce lieutenants are coming in full force. Hey, Baya's a mat defender. Xavier says, a forever negative nation, we will never go forward as a country. Zingisile says, Bruce wenza nje into ethanda nguye. Bheko says, Mashiko udlalela yini ngaphandle kokusiwashela abadlali be-Sundowns. Kokusiwashela abadlali be-Sundowns eJimini. Khotalo says, in the 2010 World Cup, Spain had a lot of Barcelona players and were playing Barcelona style. With Foster's absence, Lekay is the only striker we have. He wasn't chosen. Zigisile says we're going to struggle to score here. Serious. Guys, please remember to tap the screen. Let's try and get to 40,000. We've gotten to 37,000. All you do is tap the screen, guys. That's all you need to do. Volvo, is it a good move to have so many Sundowns players in this team? I'm hearing pros and cons. A pro is that these guys already know each other. A con is that they might be easily prepared for. What do you think, Bo? In network. What do you think about Sundowns having so many players in this team? Where do you stand with it?
Yeah, it's a very
Vovo, are you still with me?
what's Baba. Yeah, I'm still with you, young is on.
Okay, there we go. Yeah, perfect.
Yeah, it's a very good thing, and currently they are doing very well, and they are the strongest team, and go carefully fighting for us as South Africans. So I believe there should have been more players for Sundowns, because currently their teams, their only team in form, yeah, and the more the team is in form, the more players they should be called. Yeah, so the combination vele Sundowns needs to be there ku Bafana, then bapeshe ngalawo ma-player lawo azokwazi ukudlala, then batshele nabo very easily. Uyabo. So if ever vele there won't be many Sundowns players ku squad sethu, combination will be very, very difficult. Like other countries, vele they use like Germany, they batata more players each year.
Bayern, yeah.
Barcelona, they take more. I meant to say Spain, they take more players. We Barcelona, but mixing with Madrid, with Atletico. Yeah, then singaba sharp if ever bathatha more players. I expected Mayema there. I expected Boma maybe Mkhulisi naye, because he's doing very well. Mbule naye currently was doing very well. Being him expect laphayana. And then yeah, man. This squad thing, I mean, to be honest, I'm helping us. I'm not helping us.
Okay.
I'm not helping us. If ever the Bashuguti, you. Oh, okay.
No. Go on. Finish that point.
Yeah, if ever the Bashuguti, bayading ama opinion wama supporters, I think vele is quite pieces of change there and there. See, Shuguti, I know, kule position we need this player. Check out this player and put in this player. Ganjalo, and so forth.
Okay. Tulane, I'm gonna jump to you. You brought up Guti having so many Sundowns players might be an issue. One might say Guti, it might help with the chemistry because they already play with each other.
Yes, I do agree with that, but I'm only concerned about the lineup. If they put them in the first level, maybe they are 8, there'll be a problem. But if maybe there are not that many in our first lineup, and then they come through maybe as a subs, or you understand what I'm saying? That would be good. Yeah, but if you put them, 8 of them in the first lineup, I think that would be a problem. Yeah. But again, I saw we should go to or ngithini iba Bafana I don't think iyofika ngenhlanhla kuma quarter final nakhona mayifika quarter final kube kuphelile nje ngayo kuyoba inhlanhla ukuthi angazi kahle angikhumbuze sinabo bani egroupini yethu esodlala nayo angacheki.
I know one is Tunisia.
Yes.
There's Tunisia. Someone please just help me out there while I look for it quickly. We'll look into. There we go. Mali, Tunisia, Ling happy. Bobo.
Mali, Tunisia, Haiti, then Gube. I forgot the other one. But
Mali Tunisia. There. Okay, let's see. We've got Namibia. Yeah, Namibia, Tunisia, and Mali. There we go. Namibia, Tunisia, and Mali.
Okay. So for quarterfinal, for last 16, I think only two that qualify.
Yeah, it's only two that qualifies, but there is space for the best third place finishers. I believe two of them, or two or three of them.
But to be honest, my man, here in South Africa, I think we have to change it from there at SAFA. I think the Jordan has been there for a long time now. I don't know why they are politicizing football now.
Okay.
There should be some other people who used to play football, who knows football. Yeah, I can name them. There are many. I can name them. So
for sake of time, I'm gonna jump in because I feel like that's a topic that we must have on its own.
Yes. I'm just highlighting. I was just highlighting, my man. But for this squad, we are going nowhere with this squad, my man. We have seen this squad. They're on and off. They win, they don't win. The same squad. There is no change here. Which player do you think is a new player in this squad since Hugo Bros came in here?
Isn't that also a good thing, Mar?
Yeah. If you can see, he only put that boy for Purwana Cities, also what, and Jaden Adams, and they will never play. That guys will never play. They will come back without even touching a ball. I'm telling you.
Okay.
They were just adding numbers. I know Hugo Bros lineup here.
Okay.
I always know.
For time's sake.
Yes.
Last point for time's sake.
Okay. I like to say, if Tembazwan or Pesitao, they are not on the game when we are playing, there is nothing we can do. It's 0-0 or we'll be beaten. That's all.
Okay. Hey, Pratulani. Let me go to Kumo. Kumo, is having too many Sundowns players a bad thing? And I know you're a Sundowns fan, but is having too many Sundowns players a bad thing?
There's no such thing as having too many Sundowns players. We need more. We were robbed of more players. But the only thing, Borang, like, if you're going to have so many Sundowns players, then you should commit to the Sundowns way. You're going to play the Sundowns way, and that's how you're going to get the results that you want that Sundowns plays. We sakai to look Sundowns way more. We sakai evidence le pass go Sundowns way. I care about the Mbuguzi over shit. Shileba to go Sundowns that you can even get go Baragaman gift Mutuba go M Tigers. Thing instead of Lepers. If you're gonna go for Sundowns way, it's like he should have committed fully. That's all I'm saying. Like, he should have committed fully, because right now we're gonna. Because I see Hore, to play our way. Then they're gonna start making mistakes. Evidence is gonna be.
Here's another question, Kubo. Did he pick the right Sundowns players? Because there's something that we've seen in the past few Bafana games where they want to play out from the back, and we all know that Kutsiye. It's very important to you guys playing out from the back, for example. Do you think that even in this selection, Kiba right?
My brother, you can't ask me to choose from my kids. I'm my father. I love my kids equally. That is why I highlight this young Kadulu. That is why I highlight this young Kadulu, because of Kaizu. Like, I'm not gonna put Grandgana under the bus. And I won't let you throw me into that situation. What? Yeah.
Take your hat off, man. Take your hat off, man.
Okay, fine. I would remove Mvala for good. Yeah, hey. Okay, well,
Okay. I didn't want you to say that, but since you volunteered it, it's fine.
I have.
Okay. Let me.
Nah, that's fine. I think my network is starting again, so I'll give. So,
Theo, is there too many Sundowns players in this?
Hey, beyahlala for ku-agent yizwa na inhliziyo yakhe ithi idabule agent kodwa akafuni ukukhuluma. Yo, I'll quote what you guys usually say. When you are copying a Sundowns way, copy the whole thing. Don't copy page 9 or 11 and leave all the other pages. First and foremost, guys, there's nothing as too much Sundowns players. First of all, Sundowns is doing very well. Good Kev. Yeah, they've made the Premier League or PSLE in the Yogdala, so you cannot say you cannot choose those players. But my question is, you look at this squad. Which player do you think, if we are struggling, you can put in and then he will change the game? Which player do you think you can bring in and then he will have a goal in him? Not a player that's going to come in and try to score. I mean, a player that will get one chance, finish it. Long gone are the times of Abukatle Khompela, guys. You need those killer players with a killer, instinct. We don't have Frostler, Angazula Keumbangsani. There are so many quality strikers that we have with PSL that you could have included so that you can complete, at least get a player, a player that will just get even just a smaller opportunity and bury it. But instead, you took in players. For an example, as I think one guy said, if Utembazwane no Pesitao guys are not finishing, who's gonna score here? Evidence Mahopa Ngamatolo. He's not going to score any evidence. That's not going to happen. And another thing, Mr. Oti, you bring in Tapelo Masego, you bring in Tapelo Morena, and then you bring in I don't know, Guti, Munare, no, Sitole. Guys, we have Mkulisi, we have Ngobo. I know you guys are saying you should not choose players from Chiefs. We don't find a long Ngobo, we young Ngobo. Guys, he can play better when he can play with guys like Abo Tebukhomukena, Nabo Tembazwane. He can move the ball. Just that good Chiefs will dala nenkomo, but Mangadana player level yake, you will see his best quality. But the problem is, how can he put these players if he has never tested them before? And good because now he put in about Tabu Munar. I asked the question, when did Tabu Munari play for Bafana? My qualifiers. When did he start? So if you're gonna tell me, Guti, you wanna play the Sundowns way, there are so many players that are here that should not be here. I forgot this guy, man. He just came from injury from Sundowns. He came in, you can see, man, he's a hard work. It's Moabi. I forgot, man. Mobi or whatever. I forgot, man, his name. It's not Mobi, man. I forgot the name. Like he could have brought him in. Man. OT. Imagine he comes from injury. That boy, you can see, Guti, give him a chance. Instead, and then I asked the agent in the group, you're gonna say Tapelo Morena is a jack of all trades. For what reason? We don't need a jack of all trades. We need someone that's gonna play a certain position and play it well. No, as Funama chance, that's my problem. These are the player Mr. OT are chances. And Sundowns, they don't do chances. That's why Sundowns Sanganela, we are humble paper like pen. That's why now, if you're gonna come with this scheme and think you're gonna beat about Senegal, about Nigeria, think again. Sundowns for me, there's nothing as too much Sundowns, guys. Don't get it wrong. There's too much pirates for no reason. Pirates especially la papa Gonzalez la Chiefs.
Yabona ke. I've even got a thing for you. Let me just play.
Just do it nice. Just be a gentleman.
Please, man, now. Heaven. But thank you, Theo. Let me read these comments and then we get into the second panel. Let's try it for 3 panels, guys. So the people who are coming in, let's try for 3 panels. Can we carry on tapping the screen, guys? Can you carry on tapping the screen? We're trying to get to 40,000 likes. So just tap the screen. It costs nothing. Just move your thumb like this. Let me read some of these comments while I let people in. Let me split up the defense force. Kancane. Let me split up the defense force. Kancane. Ngifaka abanye.
I was about to request that. Don't put me and my lieutenant in the same
Yeah,
penalties.
I wanna separate the defense force. I'll give the other defender a chance there at the end. Let's see who else can I bring in here, and then we can go with it. Okay, let's do that. I'm gonna try for another panel. Let me quickly read these comments. Quickly. Kumo, you don't sleep. Hey, busy. Is it postponed? What are you guys speaking about there in the comments? This team won't even get far. Let's be honest. This Tato Kesta, the best third finisher goes to Bafana Theo. But Pejula says our midfield is weak. Let's go to the bottom. Mayo is a better finisher than Lepasa. Where is Krobla? Krobla's never been liked. There's a striker, a steady striker, Reyners. He's a better finisher, says Isaac. Yeah, let's go. Let's do that. Agent, welcome to the show, my brother. How are you?
Hi. Today we are working overtime.
Yeah, no, defendani, guys, defendani. Tell me, Agent, how do you feel about this team, man? How do you feel about this team?
Let me greet the guys on the panel and on the comment section, especially my lieutenant, hey? Especially my lieutenant. Others, But good squad, very good squad. I have no problem. Obviously, I would have loved Ukotie there instead of Ukulu, but still fine, sharp, cool. I'll take Ukulu. It's fine, it's okay. So yeah, I'm okay with the squad generally. So I'm gonna go a bit, quickly. Okay, we know Moby is a given, eh? It's a free pass there, But the case for Ukulu is we are going to need someone who's gonna progress the ball from the back in an absence of Ukotie, So, and also in this tournament, you're gonna need experience. So experience at the back is gonna be more important, hence for me the inclusion of Ukulu makes sense. I'll only differ with Coach Bruce if he starts Kulu and what is this guy Paris from Pirates CBC, because we saw from past games that both of them together they can't work together. So I won't play them together. I think I'd rather play Grant or Umvala, and Umvala is not my favorite defender, but when I'm playing against big guns and you're going to need to mark, Mvala is a guy, Yes,
Bandish Mvala, not normal Mvala. Bandish Mvala.
Yeah, but it's Mvala. Maybe, but at Sundowns he needs to be bandaged for some reasons that I won't mention online. But that's my reasoning, And then I move on to Otapero Morena, guys. This is a tournament. I think. Theo, I hope you're listening, hey? I hope you took cotton wool and cleaned those things. But here's the case for Omorena. Omorena can play as a fullback, as a winger, and as a striker. So in a tournament, you're going to need utility players, such that in a case of red cards, you can have a player who can cover two positions. And that's where utility player comes in, And also it allows for tactical flexibility. Such that in games we can switch to 3-5-2 or 4-1-4-1, whatever it is, without necessarily changing personnel. That's why you need a utility player, And the problem with the utility player is, hence the saying, a jack of all trades but a master of none. He's not. You cannot say he can take out of the lineup or Mashali or Lepasa, because specializing on them, he is a better player. There are better players on those specialties. But for a player who has all those qualities, means if you have put in three guys, he can cover that work. So, okay. And then lastly, I think I covered Mvala, the core of the team. Yes, and then people have problems with Sundowns. The thing is, it's an international game. You're going to be playing against higher quality opponents. So when you're playing against high quality opponents, individually you can beat them. So what you should beat them is collectively. You know, most of the times when I play against high quality teams at local level or at national levels, the only way to beat a quality side is through collective bargaining. You know, so how to get that collective bargaining is to get a core of players who want to understand each other. You know, that's how you beat top sides like we did with Morocco. You know, so for me in total, I'm happy with the squad. I have no complaints, you know, but I respect opinions, you know. Everybody has got an opinion. I mean, if each and everyone was gonna choose his or her like 23-man squad, we're all gonna have many different variations. And like the old saying, you know, opinions are like the behind. Everyone has them. So yeah,
Hey,
that's all I can say.
Mara. I only have one thing to say.
And we even have transition and what. Sometimes I don't even understand what they're saying. I say, hey, these guys are talk serious stuff. I mean, just win the game, guys.
The game has evolved, Baba. The game has evolved. We have took tactics and utilities, man.
No, I'm just playing. Let me bring in the next person. Kwaresa, how are you?
I'm doing okay, my brother, and yourself.
Hi, right. Tell me, how do you feel about this Bafana team?
I'm from Nanded. Why? This isn't the best squad. Starting from the goalkeeping department up until the forwards, I have a lot of complaints. Mveli, for example,
Mm.
he doesn't deserve to be on Bafana squad. That's the first person. Secondly, to defenders, there's nothing wrong with my Melody Sundowns players, but you can't take someone who's not playing. There's nothing wrong with taking. You can take as many Mamelodi Sundowns players as you want, but as long as he's playing full time. Ufunani Terence. Really, we all don't know what Terence is doing on this squad. He hasn't been playing for some time, but just because he's a Mamelodi Sundowns player, he will just be squeezed in whenever the coach feels so. Going to midfielders, I have nothing against so many of these players. For example, Lomfana Ndinwe sometimes Umunare. I mean,
We're Pirates, to say, Umunar.
so Pirates Umunare. What's wrong with Blom? What happened to Unjabulo?
Angithi
Last time
bathi
I
shoulder, then he lied, and you Brusuti lied.
So there are politics between Blom and Hugo. We this isn't Hugo's home. This is our country as whole. Hugo's supposed to take his differences with other players aside, so that our squad, so that we can have a competitive squad. Regardless of what happened with Hugo and Blom, but Blom deserve space in our 23 squad. So same applies with who's this guy who used to play for Kaizer Chiefs. Who I forgot his name. The defender used to play for Kaizer
Umsimang.
Chiefs. No, not Simang. The guy is, I think he's playing overseas now.
Oh, Ngezana.
Yeah, Gezane deserve a space. I've watched some couple of games, and Gezane is playing well. For me, going to midfield forward, how could you take Zakele evidence at the same time. One of them, guaranteed, one of them doesn't play for the team. And there's this boy playing for Pyramid.
Are you still with me, Koras?
There's this
Yeah, I think there's a bit of an issue there. It's fine. Let's move on to Stepfather. Stepfather, welcome to the show, my brother. Unjani?
Hey, ngiyaphila hamba njani uthi?
Hayi mina ngiright, mina ngiright. Tell me, uthini ngale squad?
Ngaqala ubona isquad esiflat kanje. Flat. Mina angazi noma Hugo Boss uzosibulalela iCountry kahle because we have players this time around. But ukhetha laba bangani bakhe laba bathandayo for no reason. I mean from epalini uvele Muthwa is not playing Mazulu these days. But now uvele Muthwa there. Why angalandi lo mfana lo weChiefs lo uBruce Vuma what?
Mara 3 games nyana. Seka ngeke wafana.
Uvele Muthwa is not playing. He's not playing uvele Muthwa in his team. Akadlali. Then I don't know ukuthi bamthandani uTennis Mashego nangu sesquadini. Ubiziwe lapha. Uyacabanga if you're saying the same thing about Vuma, you must say the same thing about Mashego because I think one game nyana for Mashego he came back. But he is there squadini. Then there's this player from Stellenbosch who is number 7, Ufan Royen. That guy is a good defender. But now Nico Mopida. That guy plays as a right back. Remove that Nico Mopile, Ufan Royen, because Ufan Royen is a great attacking, defending. Then we go to our midfield. Si flat, but there's no creativity for the Swiss. Akunamuntu ozimasafanele kushuthi uzwane kahle kahle is uzobedla isizwe because bathi forward la but uzobe seswini because uyena ozosicreatela Pesita uyena ozobe winga yethu but bathi uyena forward as for zakhelele pasa ama evidence mo hope angibazi bafunani lapha ya I don't know because there's these 2 boys the one lot esinquma we super sport lo mncane there's this one from Cape Town Spurs lo mfana lo uBatman uyadlala guys that guy knows how to position himself uyakora futhi he's very young but he can score but then Hugo Boss is not here to develop our players ufuna ukuzothola ama fault even though angekho ama fault we have players he started Hugo Boss ukucabanga ngendlela yakhe I don't think he would have done this in his country it's just that njengoba uyasidelela uBross kahle uyasidelela which means uPesita will be a right winger. Then Apollos Maidlali uzobe ngale because these players I don't know why uThapelo Maseko is there. Ufunani Maseko lapha. If you were to bring in a player eswini, bengamane ngilanda umbule. I would have umbule ezodlala eswini for a creativity bafethu. Sinesiso esiflat. I don't have a problem with Mukwena and Thabang Morane because we're the defensive wise but right.
Yeah.
But so bana createla shuthi uzwane uzobedlala eswini then should we have ama strikers amangaka you only have Mahlale Mehambela and Zakhelele Ipasa and then evidence Mahopa because Apollos will come back engazange adlale uzogcina ukomapha so uBross kube uyasithanda ngaba yikho yonke lento ayenza ukuthi nje uyasidelela uyasazi vele nathi akatshelwa leso stuff ukuzenza into ayithandayo but this squad lesi flat you cannot have imodifide nje imidfield yethu iyadabukisa bafethu we only have ama-defensive kuphela laphana ubani ozicreatela if uzwane uzoba i-striker uzobe nikwa uba i-supply if uPesita will be a striker uzobe ithola kuba i-supply kumonare kumkwena kusithole because uJaden Adams vele ulaphana for the holiday vele I don't have a problem with Umrena because Umrena can play as a winger vele so should is now ama winger for Umrena on Umrena left winger nyana nothing should is udlala lapha so you Bross bafethu udlala ngathi baba lo
It's like CJ on the burner. Welcome to the show, my brother. How are you?
G, how are you?
No, I'm good. I'm listening to the Bruce, man. I don't know. Are you wearing a Bruce cape today, or are you coming in attacking?
I don't know. I don't even own one.
I knew this. What do you think of this team?
All right, no one. Okay, I'm happy that he has chosen these Sundowns players, ne? So that you can go to Afcon and come back without even going past group stages. So we can end this conversation that we need Sundowns players in our national team. I'm happy that he's done this. Let him go. Let him go there. Let him get exposed and let them come back.
Okay.
The problem that I have with this particular squad, besides that it's Sundowns players, it's that it lacks versatility in all departments, defensive, midfield, and striker.
Okay.
Good as these defenders are, if you look at their profile, none of them have more than 3 goals, and you're going to a tournament. Agent is asking, what is versatility? Versatility is defenders that can defend and also form part of the offensive play. Defenders that can actually create and open channels, surpassing your midfielders. And if you look at them, they don't have physical presence. Hence is why they don't have as much goals as you will find most defenders in other countries.
Yeah.
None of them have more than 2 goals. None of them have box presence. Because you must understand, you are going to a tournament whereby you are only 1 goal could be the difference between you and going and going to the next round and winning a game. 2, if you look at the midfield, none of them are as nippy players, ball holders, ball runners. All of them, they are more or less, they're good passers of the ball, good readers of the ball, but none of them are runners of the ball. And I'm worried that you don't have even a single player that is good with running with the ball.
Okay.
And if you look at your forwards as well, good as they are a bit sluggish and slow. And you know that you are going to Africa where they play very high. You need a pacey player like Abo Mayo, Abo Duplessis. You need someone that has pace. You need someone that have actual pace. And because you are going to play very high tempo matches, you are going to play players that go forward a lot, because this is a championship, this is a tournament. It's not a league. You need pacey players. You need Abo Renas. You need Abo Mayo. You need those type, at least 1 or 2 of them. I don't think Pesitao. I don't think what's this guy's name? I don't think Temba Zwane. I don't think Lepasa is a pacey player. I don't think Evidence Mohopa is a pacey player. I don't think he's got that pace. Good as they are, listen, I am not taking anything away from them. I would actually look at it and say, okay, let me add someone with pace. Let's add someone. Let's add someone that can actually run, both in the midfield, both in your forwards as well. At least have someone that can actually open up those channels. I'm only worried about that. I'm really, really worried about that. I think Rowan Williams is going to play a very huge in conclusion. I think Rowan Williams is going to play a very, very, very vital role in ensuring that Bafana keep a clean sheet.
Okay, guys. Oh, go. You still finishing off? Go ahead.
So you can continue.
Okay. No stress. Okay, guys, please, if you have not followed, please follow. Monday to Thursday, 8 p.m. I am here. Friday, 12:30 as well, is my members show, where you'll hear the members running the show. Guys, let's try get to 40,000 likes. That's all. Tap the screen. Tap the screen. Just a minute of tapping the screen. It costs nothing. Let's see. I want to read some of these comments here. KG says modern football is about running. It's not about running, but the ball doing that reminds me of that scene in that goal movie. I said Saleng was needed here, says Utiyo. Dupreez, who can score an empty net, says KG. You can't score an empty net. Katlego says Pesita also has pace. El Kido says Mayo deserves to be in that 23-man squad. Last year was our top scorer, and this season also still. Maema Campbell, Bartman, Reiners, Lodge, Mayo, Kodisang, Hlongwane need to be there, says Uvovo. Kekana has 3 goals. Mudiba Mashiko. There was, of course, the question, what is versatility? Then Bati step Dala. If you talk about work rate, Mart should be there. Mart. Please no, guys. Please no. Lepasta deserves to be in the team. What is Masego doing in the squad? I think one of the things, if I can give Masego credit, they went into the AFL and he seems to be the type of player that does well in African competition. So maybe part of bringing him along is to go, here's the guy who's the MVP of the AFL. He seems to play very well when they go into CAF, doesn't necessarily play so well in PSL. So maybe bringing a player of his type will help. And because Masego is a proper winger, he's an old school winger, maybe Makupa will finally get some service. Who knows? Agent, I'm gonna come to you. I'm gonna give you an assist. Oh, Shaparan or Shapala Tropas.
Yeah, I would hope. Yeah.
How do we feel about Bruce at this current moment, or how should we feel about Bruce at this current moment?
Okay. What a nice assist. Hey, it's a tap in this one. But here's the thing, right? Firstly, if I go to your question, let me address something said by the panel. Blom, guys, in a squad, you need cohesiveness. You know, the same reason why Blom and what is this guy from Benny first are not called, and the same reason. When you're going to a tournament, you don't need any distractions. You're not going to need anyone who's going to sulk. We need cohesiveness. Blom and him, the water and oil, they don't mix. Bruce said he calls company, you know, and the company said the player felt agitated, quote unquote, that he was in the professional squad. Hey, how can you be agitated to be called by your national team, you know? And this is something that
making us fight again. Hey, Bruce is making us fight. Didn't have to say that, man.
And this is the thing, and it's a common theme with South African players. Most players that I've seen abroad are interested, like they look forward to represent their countries. But South African players abroad, looks like you have to beg them and stuff like that, you know. Yes, with Abu Baini, there was a time we were against Abu Baini coming and stuff like that. Some of us who recall those days. Yes, maybe one they had valid reasons that stuff would not pain them, but still, it was a case of, you know, overseas players looks like we have to beg them to come and perform for us. Like they're doing
But to be fair, yes. Lyle Foster, they told us a long time ago that he's probably not going to be able to play in this tournament. So I'd also feel a way if I've told you guys, I'm going through my mental health stuff. I'm currently not playing for my club. I can't come. Please don't name me.
Indulge me there, OT. So it goes back to my point that I'm saying. So he's not mentally good enough to play in Afcon, but he's mentally enough to play in Burnley.
Oh, has he played?
Did he play? 2 games now. 2 games
then
now.
Then I take it back. Then it's a different situation.
But then again, and we are going to the finals, right? Not finals literally, it's like final, but finals
by the tournament.
By the tournament, yes. This is not the time and place to bringing in new players, right? And I said the reason why I think he brought up Police and Adams, I don't think they'll play, they're just there to gain experience, you know. So yes, there are different variations. Like I said, I would have liked Kutsia, some would have liked Ngezana, some, but you know, so would have all liked people. Hence,
should have taken the kids, man.
He took 2 kids. He can't take more, guys. How? Because
no, more kids. The kids are kids. Partman, Bomfuking, Bo Campbell,
the thing is, most of them, right? Remember, you don't want to fight. You don't want to be in a situation where you're fighting stage fright. You know, hence I said, even these 2 youngsters which have been taken, I don't think they'll play. I can put Masako there, but Masako has experience on the bigger stage. But the key thing is that they're to observe and learn what it feels like to be in the finals, you know. And then from there, we built a team around them with Abu Mufuking, my banners, the Ngobos, and the likes. I don't even know as a youngster, but anyways,
you know, you know this. He's our police.
You know, and again, the argument lastly for Ozakele and what is this guy, Omar Khopa. we are going to playing most probably on the counter. We're gonna need someone who's gonna hold play and pass and give the ball to the midfield or the wingers, right? So yes, I would have loved Robla because I feel like he's a better holder player than them, but Robla has not been playing, so you cannot take him. Like you're saying, you take the core. You don't have time to tinker. You can tinker on qualifications and friendlies. Now is not the time to try new stuff. You go with the trusted, and Abuti Sinje or Quinta today, because Quinta speaks English and just speaks. Abuti Quinta
Hey,
today.
Mara. Hey, I got a place. I got a place.
Just do it nice. Just be a gentleman.
So Oquenta said versatility. Hence I asked, what is versatility? Because you look at, if you play Umudiba, you know they're going to get in, overloads in the midfield, cutting in, inverted, what. And he's a threat on set pieces. Umashego is there to cut in crosses, fast wingers, and he's crying about the speed. Mashego is speedy, Modao is speedy, Morena is speedy, Maseko is speedy, Pesita I can say is speedy. So you have 5 speedy players in the team. So I don't know, but I think it goes back to your question now that
very quickly, because you took your time addressing things.
Yes, I had to defend. I think they're throwing stones at my boss. But quickly, I think the thing is, he's like Jose. You don't know what style of play is, or they're guaranteed is he will win you something. He has won it. He's won it at Ivory Coast after Ivory Coast trailed a bit. So I think he has gotten us far. He has gotten us this far. Most coaches failed. Even the darling Musimanin, he was a failure, but it's fine. We're not gonna go there because ever since he left Sundowns, his Pirates and Chiefs darling, but it's fine. But he was a failure at Bafana. But okay, fine. Bruce has did what others have failed to do. So he's the right man for the job, and he's gonna get us to the quarterfinals or semifinals. I'm putting my head on the chopping block. Against all odds. And I'll be here every time, and I don't go clocked. I'm not the kind of guy to gloat and stuff. But for this one, I'm gonna gloat and say, I told you guys. Cheers.
I haven't seen us defend like it. I haven't seen us defend like it.
Anyway, let me bring it a step further. How should we look at Bruce, man? How do we feel about Bruce?
Mina nje as I said before, akahloniphi. Asinothi siyi-country. Akasiboni nje. He's not here for us. He's here for himself to make money. But akanandaba nathi. If he cared ngathi, you wouldn't take these players. These players here. And ngamuzwa ukuthi we will go to quarterfinals. Ngani ngabo 1-0. We score and defend. Kushuthi ngoba phela ama-defender odwa lawo. Kushuthi we score and defend. Kushuthi sayithola igoli eyi-1 u-agent usho njalo. Sithola igoli eyi-1, then we park the bus. But in the Rico process, hayi bafethu. He has done it in Cameroon with his players that year, but not with these players. As I've said before, this squad is flat. So Bruce is not here to akanandaba nathi, he's here for his salary, athole ahamba izele kubo. Because after la bekumele nje simlinde airport, don't even come back here, just straight to ekhaya kini baba. Mnikezeni imali zakhe safa ahambe, because we are not going anywhere with these players. This one's here. You can never look at this Otibu lento le. Flat players ubani ozosicreatela something lapha na makuthiwa ngempela isishubile ubani ozokwenza ukhipha bawufaka ba lapha if sisidinga ama results with this team here. I would have called even Yonke Sundowns. When it comes to national team, it's national team. I don't Sundowns or what. I would have even called Bokabadele Sundowns because we need players for the national team. It's no longer about Sundowns anymore.
Okay, stepfather. Let me bring in Sinje. How should we feel about Hugo Bruce? Oh, there we go. Natikatile lapa.
Hey, ngabe sengingamkile uthi?
No, it's fine. Sizabonana. Sinje. Are you with me?
Yeah,
how must we feel about Bruce?
I'm sure you watched the movie Matrix most. You know Matrix, when you're dealing with agents. Yeah, those people are sellouts. But anyway,
Mara,
I
Mara.
agree with stepfather. I agree with stepfather.
Wait, I must also give you this one, man. Whoa.
Just do it nice. Just be a gentleman.
Please. Please.
Yeah, this is, you know what Maluma says, you sell out the agent. But anyway. But look, I agree with stepfather. Hence is why I'm saying I want him to go with this squad. It's trust and tested. They're winning. There's a Sundowns team. We are calling them the best team in South Africa and Africa and all of that. It's fine. But if you realize, every time we speak about them, we see how sometimes Rowan Williams is off and off position and so on and so forth. And I hear people are saying Mudau is quick and Mvala is quick. I don't think so. But anyway, let them go to Africa. We are behind them. We will be ready to chase them away if they are going to go to Africa. I mean, when they come back from Africa, I really am worried. I don't see impact. I don't see players that are dynamic. I don't see players that can take responsibility. I don't see brave players. I don't see I don't see players that we can say they can hold the pressure of representing the team, even in times when things are not going well. I don't see in these players who is going to raise up his hand when things are not going well on the field, when the tactics of the coach are not working.
Yeah.
This is why I'm a bit worried. I'm a bit worried. If Temba Zwane happens to be off, I don't know who's going to take on. If Apollos is off, I don't see who's going to come in and bring dynamism into the game. Who's going to be our bomb squad?
Le pasa.
Suka. Suka. Bring someone else. But anyway, let them go. We are behind them. We will chase them with the same energy when they come back.
You don't say support, you say chase them. Hey, Mara.
We are supporting them. They must go. We are going to be wearing our jerseys on Fridays.
Okay. I don't even think you have a jersey, but it's fine. But it's fine. No, CJ, thank you so much for joining me. Let's go into the last panel. We squeezed the third panel in. Let me see. I know there have been people who've been in line, so let me bring in the guys who have been in line. Oh, just like that. Who else is here? Hey, but guys, what's going on with this? You don't want to jump in? What's happening? And then last one, Kitlakenya. Balobe Kutso. Do you have your uniform ready?
I know. Agent has done all the work. He has explained. Ongezwanga akafuna ukuzwa Mr. Uthi. Ongezwanga akafuna ukuzwa. But greetings to everyone. Look, Mr. Uthi, when it comes to Bafana, personally, I don't have my preferred players and all of that. Okay. I understand. I don't have my own preferred players. I'm gonna continue hoping for one. Because our preferred players, our star players, as I said, banally issue of fitness, banally issue of consistency, whether it's body weight or everything. I can give you 3 players who have been stars in inverted commas. It would be Bongani Zungu, Kigen Doli, Tembinkosi Lodge. They're hardly on the pitch. All 3 of them. They're hardly on the pitch. The darlings of South African football are never there. But I can tell you who's always on the pitch, who always gives 110% on the pitch. And that's of Aboteboho Mokoena. I understand. And you know what you're going to get when you have Aboteboho Mokoena. What you know, which he's going to represent the country or whatever team he plays for. So when we talk about team, we talk about Aboteboho Mokoena. Even the Sundowns, yes, when the going gets tough, khona lo mfana keep it short. I hear people talking about dynamic players and all of that. That is something about dynamic players, Mr. OT. Mr. OT, we've cracked the code with this coach. We've cracked the code. People thought we were short in all of that. We've cracked the code. We actually have big boys. We actually have about Pepelos Chole. We actually have about Mokwena who go in 50-50. Sharp and Fanasana Oti Achu. You understand? Back in the day, we'd have about Sofilagas running away from tackles. No. Now we've got about Mutau going in starts up. We've got Nigerian coaches complaining about, well, I'm using Nigeria because they're a popular country. We've got Nigerian coaches complaining about South African players, which say, hey, they are kicking us. You understand? Abomvala, you understand? And Umunare also comes in with a bit of grit, a bit of bite. I know. We've got Abolipas, Mayambela, big boys up front. And trust me, I'm a short guy, but I appreciate big players. We've got Abo Pesita, who's learned the tricks and trades of African football. If you want to go fight in Africa, these are the players you pick. You understand? Not nippy players that we like in the PSL. Mr. Oti, these players haven't been playing. And what I love about this team, it's a reflection of the PSL right now. In the PSL, we have CDM. There's a dying breed. Almost every big team uses a double 8. Team, you can see which where come 8, Mr. OT. Upros is not pretending as OT. So he's not respecting us. No, he's actually respecting the coaches. Urlane plays with a double 8. Paras plays with a double 8. Chiefs plays with a double 8. Okay, they've just introduced him to but mostly Supersport plays with a double 8. So it shows Hugo Bros is actually listening to the system. He might not be listening to our desires, and we can't select about Tito, Mr. OT. I love Tito, but he hasn't proven himself to that extent. People who have fought, people who have gone up north towards almost beating. Okay, please ignore the white lady speaking, but people who've gone to Morocco, almost beating Morocco in Morocco, cracking at the last moment. People who've gone to Liberia and dominated in Liberia, Mr. OT. People who could only be beaten by playing them in a swimming pool, Mr. OT. We're not talking about players who are from nowhere, guys. We're talking about proper players, guys. We're talking about people who've earned their stripes. And when if we're talking about the players who've been selected right now, and I'm happy we also have Apolis, Adams to come in and learn. Maybe I remember when Hugo Bros came in, he selected one of my favorites, Sipombule. And Sipombule, after that, Hugo Bros, some players will not come back. And he was referring to Umbule. He said, I don't want players who sit on the bench and sulk after that. You have to be for the team. And I'm guessing Adams, no Apolis, actually lived up to that. They've been called twice now. You understand? So with them being called, with them having been called twice, I think these are the players that I can integrate. You understand? These are the players who respect the system, who know a team. But I'm gonna continue. So let me take this turn. I see people are complaining about me and the wheel.
Yeah, man. You're always on the wheel, but it's fine. I'm still gonna play you one of these ones.
I haven't seen us defend like it.
I have not seen us defend like that. Malume Kutul come out in defense of Hugo Bros. Guys, please tap the screen. Can we get to 40,000, guys? Nothing's pretty good 29. Can we get to 40,000? Just tap it. It's just this. Just do this. And you're fine. Maronza, how are you, my brother?
And you, man.
Ke right, mara ka ruko tlase, Maronza.
No sharp.
Yeah, no, sharp, no. Tell me, Maronza, we want a wrong team in. How are you seeing this?
I'm a dalaga musapota of it. Why? You know why? When he came here, I choose. I'm a player with Sundowns. I choose. I complete. And it's funa. It's funa. When I choose in Knicks to Sundowns. Only 2 players or 3 players. Now he's choosing them. And then what is wrong? But the good thing about this team, right, is only one thing missing for me. Like, man, Okay, I'm no, you know, my favorite is Lodge, right?
Mm.
You know that.
Mm.
There's other players beside Lodge. One star player.
Mm. Mm.
That's it.
Mm.
Somebody who can when you need somebody to change the game. Somebody who can come from that bench and surprise everybody. You
Mm.
know.
Mm. Mm.
There's other players that like Nigeria, when they choose players, there's those two players that whether they are playing or not, they must be in the team.
Mm.
Whether you like it or not, you know.
Mm.
But the thing is, we need to understand when you choose a national team, you don't choose because of favorites of the country and all that.
Mm.
You choose a winning team.
Mm.
Period.
Mm.
So whatever he did, right? The only thing that I check it is Mashicho. I don't understand that.
Mm.
That is I have a question about that.
Mm.
I think agent has said something about playing CBC and Kulu.
Kulu,
I have a
mm.
problem also with that also.
Mm.
So I think if we can change those things, right, it will be good.
Mm.
You understand?
Mm.
But another thing, Lepasa and who's this? They're from Pirates, both of them.
Oh, Mahopa.
I choose one, man. That is my only thing. That is only thing that I'm questioning. The rest, Baba,
Uncle.
I'm okay. I don't. You know why he came here? Let's look at the history of Bafana. When last did they qualify through and through without being hosting?
Mm. Mm. Mm.
Without hosting.
Mm.
So they qualify. Let's not look at the Utsi Itimi one Zimbabwe blah blah. Let's not look at that.
Mm.
But they qualify through and thin. Yes, they did.
Mm.
So why are we complaining? It is because they didn't choose our favorites. That is the problem.
Mm.
That is the problem. If I'm a player maybe we choose I 4-5 la. The good team. It's not all about that. They didn't choose Lodge. He's not been there all the time. He has his case, number case, let him sit there. He's not disciplined. You understand me? But what I'm saying is that you choose a winning team. So he chose this team. He gave everybody a chance to play. Let's be honest. He gave everybody a chance. You know? Ngezani, yes. If it was me, yes. Because of what?
Mara Maronza. Last year, Gezana la leho muman. Neriki ho mu sitin komo.
Okay, you know why, ne? I think Gezani was in the wrong place at the wrong time. Let's be honest. What did they see abroad that we don't see? Let's be honest. You know, so he was in the wrong team at the wrong time. In a good team, right? But the team that was assembled was not fitting his style of play. Let's be honest.
Okay.
You understand me? He was not supported enough and all that. So we cannot crucify the boy because of that. You know, we can give him a chance to say, okay, he's there. Everybody's looking for him. Come on.
Nazo.
Everybody's looking for him. So why not?
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Why not?
Ka le tseba lona khutso wa driver wena o popular ka dinako tse ke go tseba wena Roy, but it's fine guys, we're still on the way to 40,000 likes. Let's carry on. I'm gonna bring in Lucindy. So thank you so much for being patient, my brother. How are you?
I'm good, bro. Thanks. And yourself?
No, I'm okay, my brother. I'm okay. Tell me, what are your thoughts about this Bafana team?
I think, bro, in my opinion, this is one of the best teams that we can get. Considering, I know people have some complaints about certain players, you know, but let me remind some people about the issue, Evidence Mahopa, you know. When Hugo Bruce came in South Africa, he was the first one to believe in Evidence Mahopa, while Evidence Mahopa was playing for Baroka, even before Orlando Pirates brought him to Orlando Pirates. Let's look at Ike Skalepasa. Ulepasa, you fear to Hugo Bruce, I think it was last year, complaining about why is this player not playing at Pirates and Supersport.
Yeah.
And he brought him to Bafana, and the guy scored a goal, a crucial goal that made us qualify for AFCON, the one that we are in right now. So I think, Mina, Hugo Bruce is a type of a coach who says that I believe in this player. And when, like, like in the absence of these players, who was able to raise his hand and say that I am capable of taking over. We gave so many players, about Dupreez a chance, we gave about Hlongwane a chance. Then the question is, what have those players done? Look at Usidni Mopi. Hugo Bruce has been selecting Usidni Mopi, I think, or Rumuta while he
Ever
was
since.
yes, while he was at Imoroka Swallows. Look at Uveli Motwa. Uveli Motwa, although he's a Benjoma at Amazulu, look at his performances at Bafana. Whenever Uveli Motwa is given an opportunity, he always kept clean sheets. That is something that as amafensi esikhohlwayo. Yeah, I know. Ishuka Sianda Kolu and Usbisi, yes, that is true. They are similar players, and I
Yeah.
also don't understand because they are not my preferred players also. But then let's look at experience. Iyabona Sianda Kolu. Look at Usbisi. He's been consistent for almost 2 years, playing consistently and doing well for Orlando Pirates. Why do you have to leave him out? So those are the kind of things that we should look at. And bringing on Reynas at this late stage whereby he hasn't been called up, then that would also have been something that when umuntu efila we would have said hayi ubumsaphi lo muntu while ebengadlali kuBafana all this time. So I think Hugo Bruce decided to keep it safe and play with the players that he's familiar with.
Is it maybe just to stick with you there? Can one say that it may be unfair to some of the players, like for example, Umayo has been top goal scorer. He was top goal scorer last season, if not mistaken, and then also this season he's currently leading. Isn't it unfair for those type of players to never get a chance, like a real chance, over the players that Bruce has made his projects?
I've raised your question as to most of the players were given a chance in the absence of our evidence, Mahopa, our Lepasa. Did any of those players, including Gumayo, did any of those players raise their hand to say that I deserve to be in this team? None of them raised their hand.
But you could
That's
argue
why
that Mahopa doesn't deserve. Lepasa hasn't scored for a while for Bafana.
Yes, but that's why I say that Hugo Bruce decided that I'm gonna take the players that I've always had and I'm familiar with than Abando that he's not really familiar with. So I think Hugo Bruce, in his mind, he decided that.
Okay. Guys, we're almost there. Just about 1,000 likes left, 1,000 something likes left. Carry on tapping the screen. Let's get to 40,000. Malamagutso, I want to come to you and ask you the same question. Are some players right to feel a little disappointed that Bruce has not looked their way? Should a national team coach be taking on projects? And I say project, but you understand what I mean. Okay, it seems like there's a bit of an issue. Let me go to Ronnie. Maronza, should some players feel some type of way that they're performing elikini? Some of them are performing for a couple of years now, and no call-ups, no proper chances. Should there be players that feel a certain way about that?
You know what? Let me tell you something. We, as much as there are players, let's take Maswanganyi. I'm just giving you an example. Maswanganyi played. How many games did the Pirates play now?
Yeah, they played quite a bit.
If not, yeah, let's say 20 games. He only missed his Super Sport game. Right? He played 19 games. Right? For example, I'm just giving an example. Only the whole season. But is Maswanganyi, did he ever play Africa whereby he's hot? I Namibia, Botswana last Supreme Court. Did he ever go up there, up there, up there? If the answer is no, why? Why? Yes, if he deserves to be in Bafana Bafana, he needs to have, you know what? We all miss with Portland. You know what? We need players, such players like that. We need players like Abu Kikan. Look at them. Abu Santons Mustiap, right? The last game that they play in Africa when they play against Pyramid, right? Look what happened. Look what happened. There was war at the final whistle. You know why? That is what we need. They're gaining experience of that because the treatment that they get, right? When they go to play again in Africa, already they have that experience. You know,
But
we
then
need
abo
players.
apolisi bona abo Siphelele
Let me tell you
Mthole,
something.
Jaden Adams.
We also need to balance the team. I was coming there. We need also
Okay.
to balance the team to say we cannot choose everybody. You know, in the
Mm.
database of South Africa when it
Mm.
comes to PSL, right?
Mm.
But we need to scout players that will, for the future sake, to say this player is capable to play in Bafana Bafana, even though he
Mm.
doesn't have an experience. But does he fit to play in Bafana Bafana? If the answer is yes, you can choose him. But if there's 50 of them, and then there is one special one or two special one that you need to pull in, you know,
Mm.
to bring along and all that. The likes of Mufukeng, yes, the likes of Mtutuzi, yes. You know why? You're giving them the taste of the medicine, that's sour medicine in Africa, you know.
Mm.
So
Mm.
that is my take in this one, you know. But I feel we are being unfair to he's the only coach recently after Pito and Pereira and all those who gave us something.
Mm.
The
Mm.
rest of the coaches after Pito and Pereira, they never give us ever anything. So
Mm.
this one, why I like him, the arrogance that he's giving to the national or the South African or the SAFA and all that. That is the attitude that we want as South Africans. Because if a coach is not arrogant, which means for me, he's weak. So
Mm.
this one,
Mm.
the arrogance that he's bringing to this team, that is what we want.
Mm.
Because he doesn't choose based on favoritism, emotions and all that. He chooses based on the winning team. Simple as that. If you deserve to be in Bafana Bafana, you'll be in Bafana Bafana. If you don't deserve, stay away. Simple as that.
Okay. I'm gonna bring in my brother. My brother, I just see a star there. So I don't know what to call you. But welcome to the show. Guitar star player. How are you, my brother?
Hi, I'm good and you?
No, I'm good, my brother. What do you think of this Bafana team?
That's a good question. I started by analyzing the goalkeepers, you know. I don't have too many worries. Obviously Van is going to start. Okay, not bad. Then my first issue came in the defense.
Mm.
I'm scared of the height and strength that we possess. Because I watched the Rwanda game and we faced a really opposing and tall striker. And we struggled. And I expect even stronger and better players in AFCON. So I'm wondering how we will cope with that. Nkosinathi Sibisi, honestly, I would have chosen Siyabonga Ngezana over him. I feel like he's been killing it in the Romanian league. Okay, midfield, not bad. I'm excited. I would love to see Jaden Adams play, but he probably won't. That's okay. Then you go on to the forwards. I feel like many players were snubbed. Maybe not many, but I felt like there were some players that deserve to be there. First of all, I don't know if you know Tashvik Matthews. Plays in the Swedish league. 20 goal contributions this season. Wow. I feel like he should have had a shout, maybe even in the 50-man provisional squad. Then also Kanyisa Mayo, I feel like he definitely, what does he have to do? But more has he left to prove to make to join the team. Also Bonga Kuhle Hlongwana. What happened? He started the last game. Now he's not even in the 23-man squad.
Mm.
Yeah. Oh,
Should those players feel away? Do you think that Hugo Bruce has been fair? Because as Maronza said now, seemingly people are saying that if you are ready to play for Bafana or you earned your spot, you will get it. Do you see it that way?
Hey, that's a tough question because I feel as a coach, maybe he has a set vision and maybe a set play style, which benefits more players than others.
Mm.
So, but I feel like it does frustrate a few players because what left do they have to prove?
Mm. Mm.
So I'm not really sure what he's thinking, but of course he's a coach.
Mm.
He's won Cameroon, so I would like to believe he has a set plan and vision that he's trying to take our team. Plus, we were on an unbeaten streak for 12 games. So I'd like to believe that he knows what he's doing.
Okay.
And it's not a bad squad, and hopefully we can do some magic, man.
Okay,
Maybe
okay.
semi-final run.
Yeah. Okay. Maluma Kutso, I'm going to bring you back in. I'm going to ask you the question that I asked to Omar Onza. Should some players feel away that they never got a chance or proper chances?
Look, Mr. Utsi, to be honest, maybe some can, and some can also feel heartbroken to be left behind. And it's human. I understand. Some might have thought, and I think along with the nation, we might have thought, Utsi, that tickets are signed and sealed with the postman waiting to get to them. And understand that players like Uhlongwane, specifically Uhlongwane, I don't think if you had asked anyone that do you think Uhlongwane will be snapped, I could have bet my house. It's never, you understand. But having seen the relationship that they had, I'm sure, I would love to believe that he probably called Uhlongwane, explaining what this is why 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you understand.
Yeah.
But the core has been consistent. The core has been consistent from day one, Mr. Oti. And even our editions, there has been some sort of a template, Oti. If you get in, hit the ground running, Mr. Oti. Mr. Oti, we have someone who's convincible. Someone who stood in front and said, I will never select this player. And that player convinced them. And he came back and said, guys, I was so wrong.
Yeah.
So once you have someone who's like that, I think as a learner, as an employee, with this guy, if I can figure something, he'll definitely change his mind if I'm worthy, you understand. And I think Tembazwane's story is a beautiful one. Someone might say, you backtracking, but I would rather have someone who backtracks when they're wrong, you understand, not someone who sticks to their guns even when it's difficult to do so, or even when it doesn't even make to do so, you understand. So the fact that Tembazwane is there is living proof for all the PSL players that your spot was actually available from day one. You understand? So yes, understand even the advancement of Kanyisa Mayo to say he at least deserves a chance. But the tricky thing about Kanyisa Mayo, he also falls into the category South African players of he always has a reason to not be in the national team. Or not be on the pitch, unfortunately. There's always like funny stuff, and it's not his fault. Obalili injury, suspension, you understand? He can't play consistently. Just like I mentioned, Abo Lodge, Abo Dolly, Abo Bongani Zungu. There's so many of these players when I'm Mr. Oti who are just never on the pitch, and we know that they're good. We pray to see them, we hope for them, but it just goes left. You understand? Another player who circumstantially, and I will not blame his team because I've done that grouping already. The only player, or one of the few players who I believe can assist us in that Tembazwane role is Neo Maema. He's never been in the frame before, but I look at Neo Maema and think, circumstances really kill you. You understand? Not necessarily that the coach is being unfair to you, but had you been elsewhere, if there was a Sundowns B, you know, Mamelodi Boys elsewhere, I feel like Unel Mayema would have also had a chance, a crack at that team. You understand? Because he's very good. We really lack an experience, a proven number 10. And I
Hey, Nazo. Okay, I think we've lost him there for a little bit. Ronnie, I'm gonna now let's get to the real question. How does this team do in the AFCON? Baphelela aphi?
You know what? I wish we can go for last four, right? The semis, right? Even the final. But let's wait and see. I think the friendlies that will come, right? They will show us where we'll end up. You know, the problem with Safa is that, you know, I'm still saying it. We cannot build a team playing Namibia, for example. I think we're in the same group, but when we play friendlies, we're playing Namibia, playing Swaziland, we're playing Zimbabwe. For me, it doesn't make sense, you know. Big country like us, if we're preparing for something like this, we need to go out there. Not even Africa, you know. Go Europe. Go in camp for 2 weeks. What is wrong with that? You know, what is wrong with that? Come back to Africa. Go to Morocco. Go to Egypt. You understand me? What is wrong with that? Why do we have to choose? It's like we're fighting to be rated the best, you know, but we're playing the weakest. I don't understand. I don't understand that. That is whereby now when you look at Bafana, when you check all, let's go back for the past 5 years. Which is the greatest opponent that we ever? Let's not talk of France because we're humiliated there. But coming from France, coming down here, how many friendlies did we have? Which we can say, you know what, they gave us something. Nothing. So I still blame Safa for poor how we prepare for the team, the friendlies that they make. I don't know who's doing the friendlies for them. I don't know, but I feel they're failing the very same team, you know. But I so wish they can go to last four, including final. But the friendlies, I'll answer the question after the friendlies. Then I'll say
Barodza.
for now, I wish last four last eight we can go for last eight. I'm telling you, last eight we will be in the last eight.
Okay.
Definitely last eight we will be in the last eight. I'm putting my head on the block. We will be in the last eight.
Let me go to star player. Where are we ending up, my brother? Where do you think this team is going to end up in this tournament?
It's a tough question, there. I feel like we've been inconsistent lately with results. We draw, we win convincingly, we lose. Man, so I'd like to see the preparations. I'd like to see how that goes. But my final prediction, I'll say I have to agree with Ron. Quarterfinal. I just believe that something, man.
Why does this feel like your head and heart is fighting here?
Like we have something.
And
I believe we will make it to the quarterfinals.
Okay. Mariba Kutso, the big question. Where is this team going to end up in the AFCON?
ke tsamaya jwalo ha hona network. But if I'm being honest,
we're missing the whole thing.
You missed the OT.
Yeah, Kare. Karo, we've lost Malume Kutso there. We've lost Malume Kutso there. I really.
If I was a gambler, a serious gambler, so.
Hey, we lost all of that. We lost all of that. Can you repeat that maybe? Try it one more time.
Hey, you worry, it's gonna get even worse. But all I'm saying is, quarterfinals. If I want to secure my money, I'm going quarterfinals. But if I was a betting man, I'm gonna repeat like with Theo. I'd actually say we're gonna win it.
Okay. No, Malume, thank you so much. Get back to the road. Hey, we're in the road, man. You're always on the road like this. But it's fine. Guys, we went over 40,000. Let's see if we can get to that 45. There we go, guys. Thank you so much for the support there. I'm going to close it now. Look, guys, I think, like I said in the beginning, I'm in two minds about Bafana. My one mind says, I don't feel as though this squad is the strongest we could put together. And I don't know what I would change as I'm looking at it. But it feels as though there's something missing. And somebody mentioned about star players and things like that. I don't know if we have that many premium star players that are currently on form that can play, or else we'd have to drag in Aboloch, drag in those type of players into to Bafana, which is not something I think we can do. I also think on Hugo Bruce's side, in as much as everybody has said that you'll get a chance, I think Hugo Bruce has favorites, he's got projects, and there are some players that sadly will never make it because of that. And I don't think that's a bad thing. As a coach, you live and die by what you want to do. So if he wants to go projects and do all of that stuff, that's his prerogative as a coach. If he wants to carry on picking Mahopa, Lepasa, instead of looking at Mayo and those type of guys, it's his prerogative. And when I say this, I don't mean it in the point of now Kanyisa Mayo should come in. I mean it as if Kanyisa Mayo has been the top goal scorer and one of the top goal scorers in the league for a while, he should have gotten a shot to come inside and maybe stake a claim at Bafana properly, right? But like I was saying, it's up to Hugo Bruce. It's his team. He's the one who decides these things. He's the one. So if he's choosing favorite players, hey man, go ahead and choose your favorite players as long as you're getting the results. That takes me to my second point where I say that I am feeling, I feel one way about Bafana, but I also feel another way where I think I have questioned Hugo Bruce so many times. I have questioned his team selection. I have questioned him speaking to the media. I've questioned everything. But when you look back on the results are the results, guys. The results are the results. We 12 games unbeaten. They've done well. So clearly, something that he's doing is working. This grinding out of results is working for him. So on that token, you have to give him the benefit of the doubt. You have to say to him, you go process in but you've gotten the results whenever you've gone out to play. Going into Afcon, I'm not going to lie, I have doubts about this team. I think our group is possibly the toughest one, simply because there isn't an out-and-out number one and an out-and-out number two. Usually, if you look at the other groups, most of them have the two teams that everybody's looking at. So I think we are an even group, and we're going to fight each other a little bit there. So that might be the tough part for Bafana. My prediction is quarterfinals. I don't think we'll make it past the quarterfinals. That's my prediction based on also this team. Like I said, I don't know if we have a standout player or players that are standout. Players that when the chips are down, somebody's going to stand up. When the chips are down, Egypt knows that Mohamed Salah is going to do something. Senegal knows that Sadio Mane is going to be ready to do something. There's a lot of teams that can point to certain people in their teams and say, yes, guys, if all is equal, if we get to a place and the teams are equal, I know that somebody can fish us out of the water. But in this team, Bafana, I can't point to anyone. You know, if we look at the front there, Percy has been up and down for Al Ali. Zwane, we know that Makafike Palini, if he has to put it on his own shoulders, we know that man, he can't like pull us through. He's not a good finisher, right? Who are the players? Then Malume Kuts, I see you saying Mokoena, but my question becomes: if I put Mokoena next to Salah, next to Mane, I don't think it's the same thing. If I put Mokoena next to Lodgewenu, I don't think it's the same thing. I think he's a great player, and maybe every once in a while, but if you really come chips are down, do we have somebody who can stand up and pull the team through? You know, sometimes you need a player that can pull you through. And I'm not sure who that is. Maybe they'll emerge, guys. I'm going to give them benefit of the doubt. Maybe they can emerge in this tournament. Maybe it's going to be somebody we're not looking at. And like I've said just now, Uprus has been able to get the result. So let's see if he can carry on getting the result, right? With this here particular team. Again, goalkeepers, I'm good with them. I think those have been the goalkeepers. I don't know if there's any other standout goalkeepers that can get into the three, especially knowing that Ronwen is probably going to play all those games, So I'm not sure. I wouldn't bring another Bruce because Bruce has only played 3 games, you know, and you have to be fair. In the defenders, I'm okay. I just feel like, again, what this team needs is a different dimension sometimes. So I would have loved to see Kutsia here. I don't know. I think is the injured Sundowns fans. Please let me know. But I'd love to see a Kutsia in here because Kutsia works well with Ronwen in Sundowns when they're progressing the ball. We already saw what happens when Kuluos, BC, Omvala are the guys playing at the back and they have to try to play the ball out. It becomes an issue. In the midfield, I think Tebogo Mokoena needs a little bit of help. But Uspepelom Sitole might be able to do that job, so I'm not too worried about that. I'm more worried about Mnare, the inclusion of Abu Mnare, because they haven't been playing. And it seems even Pirates has changed the way they play around him. So he's one of the players that I look at and I go, do you want to bring Mnare there when maybe you could bring another player that is currently playing? Because match fitness is also an issue that you have to ask about. When last was he on the pitch? When last was he playing? I understand Tapelo Mosego because he's going to be more of a direct winger. That has worked well for Sundowns in Africa, so you could make that argument. Up front, like I said, for me, Lepasta and Makopa are the same person. It's just that Lepasta needs 4 or 5 chances to score a goal. Umakopa scores every blue moon, every now and then. But otherwise, in terms of them striking, it seems like the same person. We've seen Percy for a very long time in the national team. I don't know if he's as effective as he's been before. Apolis are getting chances. I would have loved those chances to go to different players. Maybe your Campbells, maybe your Mayos could be shoehorned into these type of things, especially with the type of front three we play. Mihlane Mayambela hasn't been very strong in the games that he's played. So, again, for me, teka, but to be fair to Bafana, they've done very well over the past 2 years. They've played very well in as this team, as the project, as the people who've been brought in. So I don't want to be all negative and say that these guys are not worthy, or not this, or not that. But I do have my doubts of this team. Let's hope that they carry on surprising us as they've surprised us before over the past few years. Excuse me, guys. Please follow if you have not followed. Thank you, guys. We got to 45K. So thank you to 45K. I'm very thankful for that. All of these episodes are available in full on YouTube, on Instagram, and now on Spotify. So I'm also starting to upload there. So please check that out. I've been banned from Facebook. I don't know why, but I've been banned from Facebook. But you'll be able to watch all of these episodes. We've had incredible discussions for those who are watching this for the first time. We've had them over months and months and months. We also have a WhatsApp group. That's where we have most of these discussions in full, way more in depth with time. With more time, because here we only have 2 hours. That side, we go for the whole day, with 180 messages. If you want to join that WhatsApp group, head on over to YouTube, subscribe, click on join. It's 20 Rand a month. Then you get added to our WhatsApp group. You get access to our WhatsApp group, and you get to contribute to the thing. Guys, I know 20 Rand may feel like a little, or 20 Rand may feel like nothing. Every bit of contribution helps to keep these platforms up. We don't have much of these, guys. You're always listening to a former player, or you're always listening to analysts and all those guys. We need more places where we can speak as fans, and that's what I'm trying to provide here. Plenty of big things planned for next year. But guys, thank you so much for joining me. I have one last soundbite, then I go to bed.
It's 10 o'clock. Let's go sleep.
I'll see you guys tomorrow, 12:30, members show.